Hello and welcome. I'm Jenny Florence from the A to Z of Emotional Health Online Library. Welcome to this video, When Kindness Goes Wrong. This video is part of the series of videos that I am making about empathy as a way of life. So, how can kindness go wrong? It's such a wonderful quality and one that most of us would wish to uphold. Well, this is something that I am well versed and experienced in talking about because I have, in my own life, experienced and indeed set up circumstances unintentionally where kindness has gone wrong. I'm going to talk today about what I call inappropriate compassion. Now, we think of compassion as a wonderful quality, like kindness, and it is. It is a fabulous quality. Compassion means that we care, that we have values, that life, people, others matter to us. It actually means that we have, as a human being, embraced empathy. But sometimes our compassion can be inappropriate. Now, for years and years, I welcomed people into my life who, rather than seeing kindness and receiving kindness with appreciation, they saw an act of kindness as an opportunity. If my kindness was available in abundance, instead of thinking, oh gosh, thank you so much for that, they thought, how much more can I get? Now, there are people in the world who live like this. And I do believe we need to understand their position from a basis of compassion. But that compassion also needs to draw a line. We need to say no. Okay, no is a boundary. And I lived for a period in my life when I simply did not say no enough. I almost felt as though if I were to say no, I was a bad person or a non-spiritual person or a non-giving person. And indeed, these people who I had welcomed into my world, who saw my giving as an opportunity, were very able, in fact, to manipulate and use those feelings that I had to their advantage. And as a consequence, I ended up giving and giving and giving, and to the point of almost burning out. And there was a point at which I had to, by necessity, draw the line and look after myself and say no. Now, the people in your life at that time who are involved in a mutual, reciprocal relationship of giving and receiving will 100% support you if you are needing to take time to look after yourself. Those people who are only in relationship with you for what they can get will react very badly. They will throw their toys out of the pram, and they will show their true colours. So ironically enough, I found that when I really did have to look after myself, circumstances were such that I had to, I actually began to see people for who they really were. It helped me to develop my discernment. It also helped me to understand, to look inwards and recognize that I was behaving with what I call inappropriate compassion. And what I wish to talk about and reinforce in this video is that sometimes the kindest and the most compassionate thing that we can do for someone is to say no. We do no one any favours if we allow them and we support them to continue to behave badly. It is not a spiritual or a giving place to allow people to continue to trash other people's lives. That's not helpful, it's not kind, it's not decent. You know, if we were taking a child out, let's say we go to the cinema and they want some sweets, we allow them to have some. We don't allow them to to have everything that they want. They haven't yet got healthy boundaries, and they are reliant upon us to give them healthy boundaries. We say no. If a child behaves badly, we don't accommodate that. We don't slaughter them. But we say no with kindness, with firmness. We teach them about healthy limits and healthy boundaries. And we do so by saying no. When we come across people in our adult lives who don't really have any healthy boundaries, whether that is because they are overgivers, like I certainly was, or whether they were overtakers, as it were, neither position is actually healthy. Boundaries are about health. Boundaries, healthy limits, whether we say no to someone else or whether we sometimes have to say no to ourselves. No is a boundary. It is a word that sometimes we need to practice with an ownership of the fact that it embodies kindness and compassion. The word compassion, it literally means com is with passion, with passion. If there is something we feel passionately about, then kindness, sometimes it can be the lovely, soft, fluffy, how are you doing, let me hear how you're feeling. That is an aspect of kindness. Kindness can be that. But sometimes kindness needs to be the firm, no, this is not okay. And sometimes we need to say that to others, and sometimes we need to stand firm and say it to ourselves. And inappropriate compassion, and I can talk about this because I think I'm the queen of inappropriate compassion. It used for me to be a way of life. It no longer is. I really think sometimes we can be inadvertently compassionate. We can show the wrong kind of kindness, and inadvertently we condone people who are behaving badly, who are walking through life demonstrating an absolute lack of respect and regard for anyone and anything. I hope that this video will make some sense to you. I hope that my own learning curve and my own experiences will be of value to others. Thank you very much for listening. Together we really can make a difference.